And the U.S. Supreme Court will hear arguments on Wednesday in a pair of challenges to President Donald Trump's power to impose sweeping tariffs on virtually all goods imported into the United States. The hearing marks the beginning of what could be the biggest battle yet in Trump's trade war, as the Supreme Court considers whether his use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose duties was constitutional. Various businesses and 12 U.S. states have challenged the tariffs. They argue that Trump overstepped his constitutional authority, noting that the power to levy taxes and tariffs traditionally lies with Congress. 3 lower courts have already ruled against the administration, finding that IEEPA does not explicitly grant the president the power to impose tariffs. Trump has defended the administration's use of tariffs to balance global trade flows, citing years of high duties charged by other countries on U.S. imports. He argued that his tariffs have increased U.S. revenues and driven the stock markets to a series of record highs. After hearing arguments on Wednesday, the Supreme Court will have until June the time to make a decision, following a rigorous process of arguments and discussions on the case's merits. This will be followed by a vote. Trump called the Supreme Court hearing a matter of life or death for the United States. Trump, in a social media post, said that a favorable ruling could secure tremendous but fair financial and national security. He further said, and I quote, "Without it, we are virtually defenseless against other countries who have for years taken advantage of us." Trump added that stock market is consistently hitting record highs and the U.S. has never been more respected than it is right now. He also said a big part of this is the economic security created by tariffs and the deals that we have negotiated because of them. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on Tuesday expressed confidence in the administration's legal arguments regarding President Trump's tariff policies, emphasizing their necessity for national security and economic leverage.
The White House is always preparing for Plan B. It would be imprudent of the president's advisors not to prepare for such a situation. With that said, we are 100% confident in the president and his team's legal argument in the merits of the law in this case, and we remain optimistic that the Supreme Court is going to do the right thing. The importance of this case cannot be overstated. The president must have the emergency authority to utilize tariffs.